Okay, so this video we are going to discuss our base defense assignments for each player. Okay, assignment is just another word for your job. What is your job? Whatever position you're playing, you have a specific job. Okay, so our base defense, again, this is just our basic go-to defense. There's no blitzes involved. There's no twists. There's no weird coverages we're going to do. This is just, hey, we're in the middle of a game, and I mean, this is usually where we're going to start a game off just to see what the other team is doing, and then we can adjust based on that. Or if we're just in a hurry, we're just going to, you hear me yell base. This is what you're going to do. Okay. So, our job, our goal, especially with our 4-4 defense here, number one goal is to stop the run. About 80 to 85% of the plays that we're going to see this year are going to be run plays. Okay. So our mind, when we're on defense, is we cannot let these guys beat us on the ground. If they beat us in the air, they're throwing the ball all over the place. You know what? We'll take that. But we can't have a team beat us running the ball. So how do we stop them? Every guy has to fill, at least here on the front four, or front eight, I should say, because four linemen, four linebackers, they have a gap responsibility. Remember, gaps are the spaces in between the offensive players on the line here. So we have our A gap, B gap, C gap, D gap. Sometimes it can be an E gap, depending on what formation they're in. So if you're a defensive tackle, you're right up on the guards, and your job is to come in and control, not bust through, but control, anchor this gap. You need to own this gap. You cannot let this guy or this guy push you out of this gap. These guys' goal is to block you out of the play so then their running back can run right through your gap. No, no, no. Our big guys up here, you need to come through the A gap hard, fast. You have to be faster than these guys and get into this gap and control it. Again, do not shoot through. Now, if it is a pass, and we're going to be training you guys on yelling pass, if it is a pass, if you hear pass, you then will bust through here and go try to hunt down the quarterback. Okay? But 8 to 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a run. So control this gap. Sit down, get strong. We'll teach you guys the moves. Get down in this gap and control it. Well, where's the B gap? That's our middle linebackers. Their job is to watch the B gap. When the play starts, is you're about 5 yards off the defensive tackles here. Okay, you're right behind them. Your first initial move is always, always, always going to be one step forward. Okay. When we're linebackers, we're aggressive. We're looking to go make tackles. Okay. Our first move cannot be to go backwards. That makes it way too easy on the offense then. You need to step forward one, and then your eyes are on the quarterback. Okay. Middle linebackers, your eyes are on the quarterback because you're going to find out within the first second of the play if it's a run or a pass. If it's a run, and you need to stay here, and you don't need to bust through and control this gap because we might need to get out and make some tackles out here. But really, you need to just step in and be ready for this gap to open up. Because if they have a designed run where the running back's coming through your gap, the B gap, this guy's job, he's going to be trying to opening up this hole, this way, and this guy's going to be pushing this way to create a big hole. So if you all of a sudden see this big hole coming up, opening up right here, you need to get down there and get ready to meet the running back and tackle him. So, middle linebackers, B gaps. Okay, B gaps. Don't start running around, start doing all these crazy moves. Your first step, set, go. You step up, read to see if that hole's opening up, and then go fill it if it is. Okay, so that's your job. My defensive ends, you're in control of the C gaps in between or on the outside shade of our tackles. Okay, your job is, like we said, most plays are run, is to don't let this tackle push you out and don't go swooping in. Don't go around. Your job is to come up and seal this edge. Okay, you're coming through the C gap and you're controlling this space. You're not letting this guy push you out of your space. This is your space. You control it. So if a guy comes into your area, because a lot of plays are designed to get the running backs or the quarterback outside. They're trying to get outside, but we have to create a wall here. And you're the first real start of this wall, the defensive ends. Again, I don't want you just sprinting up and running all the way back here because that's going to open your lane for the running back to come running through. Now, if you hear pass, we hike the ball and you hear pass, then yes, then I want you to get around and go get the quarterback. But our brains are where, or was our thought before every play? It's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. So I got to seal this edge off. Okay. Don't let this guy push you out. My outside linebacker on this side, your job is to come up and seal off this edge. Okay. We got to keep contained. Okay. We can't let these guys get outside of this area. So this defensive end's creating a little contain right here, about 1 or 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. You're coming up about 3 or 4 yards and containing this area right here. Okay, right here. So you're creating this wall here. Same thing on this side. Okay, we got our B gap for our middle linebacker. Defensive ends coming up and sealing this edge, controlling this edge. And here we have a tight end on this side. So you're going to come up off the tight end and seal this edge. This tight end is going to try to come out and probably block you, but we got to get off the block and seal this edge. Don't let anything outside us. This is what it kind of looks like. Set, go. Oh, hold on. Set, go. And look at that. Every gap is full. Okay, we're creating this wall here. B gap is full, A gap, A gap. If this running back or quarterback have nowhere to go, they can't. If they want to bounce out here, that's fine. We'll go chase them and tackle them back here, but we can't let them get through any of our gaps. Okay, that is our base defense. Okay, what about our corners and our safety? Well, our corners again are lining 8 yards off the receiver and 2 yards in and facing towards the quarterback, both sides. And our safety is more like, I don't know, 10 to 15 yards off the middle linebackers. Okay, we're not going to be way back there, but I need you back here a little bit. Now, if we're playing against just a team they just cannot throw, they just don't have a quarterback they can't throw, then this safety might be able to play up a little closer. But anyways, corners, you're on the inside, you're looking in, you're trying to dissect, you're thinking it's a run because most plays are runs. And they're going to hike the ball and your eyes are on the quarterback and you're deciding, okay, it's a run. Okay, well, I don't want to go bailing back here if it's a run. I only do that if it's a pass. So you're going to come up, and this guy, another little tip for my corners, is you can tell pretty quickly, not just by looking at the quarterback and what he's doing, but if you can watch your receiver as well. If it's a run play, this receiver's job is going to come out here and try to block you. They're going to try to seal the edge so one of their running backs can get around and go score. So this guy's running right at you right after the ball's hiked. It's likely a run. So we can't let him block us. So we have to come. He's going to come in and try to block us, and we have to stay on the outside of him. Okay, we got to seal the outside. We're trying to push everything back inside. You are our last line of defense here on the outside. We can't let their running backs out. Okay, it's going to be really tempting because a lot of times they're going to hike the ball and you're going to see this guy start to run out here, and you're like, "Oh, I'm going to go get him," and so you bolt inside. Let me just see. You bolt inside here to go get him, and then this guy just runs all around you, just runs right past you, and touchdown. There's no one there. So it's super important that you got to fight the urge. You got to stay outside this guy and just contain. Keep this guy inside. And if you do that, this guy's going to try to come out here. He's going to run, see you, then turn back around. And then bam, we have all these guys ready to get him. Okay? Got to create this wall here. You cannot shoot inside. All right, so that's our base movement right there for our corners. Now, get rid of this. Got a little excited on that. And for our safeties, what we're going to do is everyone's thinking run first. And so your eyeballs before the play starts are on the quarterback. You are going to, if we're pretty dang sure it's a run, you're going to drift up a little bit, and then you're going to see where they're handing the ball off. And your job, because there's no one here to block you. You're kind of a freelancer. You're aggressive, and you're going to run through all of the traffic to get through and make a tackle. Okay, if it's going that way, you're watching the quarterback hands off the ball to this guy. Oops, he hands the ball off to this guy, and he's going to run this way. You're not sitting back here, safety. You're not just sitting back here waiting for him to come to you. You see him hand that ball off to that running back, and boom, you are going. You're working your way through all the traffic, and you're trying to make a play. And we are aggressive. We are running down. We are not waiting. No one is waiting. As soon as they hand that ball off, everybody is running to the ball. Everybody. I don't care if the ball is going this way. I don't care if this defensive end is just going to sit here. In fact, whichever way the ball goes, my backside defensive end and linebacker, they're going to be trailing the play and following it. This guy, the ball's going that way, he's going to be trailing the play and following it. Just like my corner, we talked about being tempted to just run in and get it. If you see this defensive end or linebacker, outside linebacker, see the ball going this way, I can't have you then just you're coming up, you see it's going that way, and all of a sudden you start to go this way. You start chasing him this way. No, no, no. Because what ends up happening is that this running back will see this huge wall and he's going to turn back around and start running this way, and there's no one there. And he runs all the way for a touchdown. You guys on the back side of a play have to do your job and stay in your zone and then trail the play. Chase the guy from the back. Chase, chase, chase. Because guess what? If this guy does end up turning around, he's running right into you. Boom. Tackle for loss. Okay. Getting a little dirty here, it's a little scribbly, but basically that is what your base defense is. These are your basic jobs. We're going to explain some blitzes, so different, cover three coverages when we do go against a team that likes to pass. But for now, that is this is what you're supposed to do. So again, guys, if you hear us say that is your gap responsibility, really, you're going to hear that a lot. That means like, what is your which gap are you going to control? Um, Eh, So just please, guys, ask questions if you have it. But yeah, we'll see you out there.